What is going on, everyone? It's Super here, and welcome to another Injustice 2 video. And what I have for you guys today is a new update for Injustice 2. This is officially the Raiden update, and I don't mean that Raiden is playable. I just mean that NRS actually included him into the game along with the Black Lightning Premier skin. Here's the proof. The little update history, you know, it just shows you that they added Raiden in the game. He's just hidden away in code. No one will probably be able to see him until maybe the weekend before he gets released, when they maybe do another little hotfix or update. But this is officially the September update, and there's a change in the legendary gear that I'm very happy about, and I'm sure you guys are going to be happy to hear about this news as well. So let's get into it. Let me bring up the page right here. Of course, the full notes of the patch will be linked in the description. There is a bunch of bug fixes, some stage interactable fixes, some changes to stage interactables, especially the exploding ones, because they're pretty crazy, especially the ones that regenerate, like the one on Atlantis. You could like keep looping it if you're in the corner and launch your opponent for a full combo. And if you're a character like Batman that has a grapple, you leave your opponent in a restanded position, and then you jump over and do the you know, pretty much unblockable bomb to keep looping that over and over and over again. It's pretty crazy. I think it's probably still going to be the same, but they changed something about it. I'm not going to go into details on everything. I'm just going to talk about some of the general gameplay changes here, especially towards the legendary gear. So one thing I will say, I hope that at some point Raiden pops up in the character select screen, because most of the time, like, or not in the character select screen, just in the character customization screen, because then if he appears there, a lot of times he appears in the competitive mode character select screen, and you could actually check out some of the gear with the randomized gear for the competitive mode. Hopefully that happens soon. Alright, let's get on to this legendary gear stuff. Let's see. Moveless correction. Okay, that always happens. Like, they never get the moves list right. It always says moveless correction. Improvements to AI logic. I like that, because there's some times where my AI does some stupid things. I'm like, what are you doing, man? Because sometimes I actually just sit there and watch my AI like do work, because I usually bump up the like combos to like 30. So they do some crazy stuff, but there's times where I'm looking at the AI and I'm like, man, I'm not even dumb enough to do some of those things. All right, here we go. Here are the good stuff, the goodies. Legendary multiverse portals are now available for Black Adam, Brainiac, Catwoman, Deadshot, Flash, Scarecrow, and Supergirl. Wow! More legendary multiverse worlds. Crazy. I didn't think that they were going to come this quick. I thought maybe in a month or so they were going to add some more legendary gear multiverse worlds, but it's only been like 2 weeks, right? If I'm not mistaken, 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. I thought they were gonna give us a solid like 2 months to try to work on these characters, because at least for me, I only got Swamp Thing, and that was a grind in it of itself. And I still have Batman, and I still have Bane that I need to work on. And Bane is one of those characters where 200 Bane bombs, meter burn, you have to end the match with that. Mercenary elbow, 100. You have to end the match in 100 super moves. Like, a lot of the damage in matches you win, you are actually playing as Bane, as I have noticed grinding for this legendary gear. Batman, not so much. Batman's a lot easier in my opinion. But I'm finishing those up. But then we have, let me read to you guys the list again. All these characters, I'm actually very interested in getting their legendary gear. I'm going to be grinding a lot. So we have Black Adam, Brainiac, Catwoman, Deadshot, Flash, Scarecrow, and Supergirl. Legendary multiverse world added. Out of all those characters, let me know which one are your top 2. I was going to say your top, you know, the first one you're going to go for, but I'm sure that a lot of people want... These are very popular characters, especially like online. So I know you guys are going to want to grind for a lot of these. So let me know which one are your like top 2 characters that you want. For me, it's probably gonna be Scarecrow and like Supergirl. I think those are gonna be my first 2 that I go for. Then Flash, then Brainiac, then Black Adam, then Catwoman, then Deadshot at the end. But I'm still like almost equally as excited for all of them. All right, so let's move on here. reduced the minutes played with requirement in the Legendary Multiverse events. Let me read to you guys that last part back. Reduce the minutes played with. So there's actually a Multiverse event challenge for Wonder Woman where you had to put in 7,000 minutes played with that character, either yourself or your AI, and that is ridiculous. All right, so now the Multiverse worlds are going to reduce the minute time from 3,000 and 7,000 to 1,000 and 3,000 respectively. So if there's a character that has 3,000 minutes requirement to, finish that event, it's going to go down to 1,000 minutes. And then if you have a character like Wonder Woman's Multiverse world where it's 7,000 minute requirements to unlock that or to beat that, specific challenge, is going to drop down to 3,000. Very, very, very respectable 1,000 and 3,000. Easy, right? That's so much better than having 7,000 minutes played with that specific character. Oh man, I remember when I was actually watching the live stream where NRS was talking about the legendary gear, Wonder Woman's popped up and it said 7,000 minutes played with that character, and you literally see the chat salts across, just for like 10 seconds straight, talking about that 7,000 number. So I'm very happy NetherRealm came to his senses and brought it down to a respectable 3,000. I think that's still good. All right, now this is the huge one that everyone's gonna be very happy about. The sacrifice gear requirements in Legendary Multiverse events now use rare or epic items. Let me read that again. The sacrifice gear requirements in Legendary Multiverse events now uses rare, the blue ones, not the yellow, blue, or epic items. Oh, what a lifesaver. What a lifesaver. They didn't even reduce it down. 250, it's all right. You know what? Because you're going to be able to use some rare gear. You could trade in that rare gear if you want. Doesn't only have to be epic gear. You go with the blue and the yellow, or you could just go blue if you want. Thank you. Thank you so much for changing that, NRS, because that was literally the only thing that made me look at these Legendary Multiverse worlds and want to pull my hair out. That was so torturous to have to open up so many mother boxes and play a lot with that character just so you could maybe get a couple of pieces of epic gear here and there out of what, 32 characters that are playable right now. To try to get epic gear for one character out of all 32 characters when you're opening up a mother box. Not only that, but you have to get it 250 times to trade that in. That was pretty crazy. But now it doesn't only work with epic gear, but you could trade in and sacrifice your rare gear, which makes it so much easier. Now, don't get me wrong, it's still a grind. Like, the challenges are still like tedious, finish the match with 100 super moves, do 100 stage transitions, but it's doable. As much as, it is a grind, it's completely doable. The 250 epic pieces of gear were, like, I think everyone could agree that was pretty ridiculous, but now that you could sacrifice rare and epic gear, it makes it so much more tolerable, having to go through the grind trying to get this legendary gear. Let's see, do I need to talk about anything else? Fixes and tweaks to some character tutorials when you are in hit. Oh, this is actually a nice change right here. So when an opponent does a move that is recovering from you blocking it, so let's just say, who could I use as a good example? I don't know, let's just say Blue Beetle, right? So Blue Beetle has this charge that he lunges at you, and if you block it, for the most part, it's completely safe. But if he does it when he has his blade stance, a little bit easier to punish. So let's just say that he does that specific move, and he's recovering from it. Like, you can't move after I block the specific move. It's called, being punishable. So now, instead of saying counter, it's if you punish your opponent for doing a unsafe move on block, and you actually punish him for it, meaning that, you know, you hit him before he could recover in time to block, the counter is now going to say punish instead of just saying counter. So now for sure we will know 100% if you are punishing your opponent for the move that he's doing. Because before, when it used to say counter, you know, your opponent might be trying to press a button, afterwards he might be trying to mash, so it still comes up saying counter because you beat his mash. But now that, you know, they're changing this feature and now it's going to say punish, we're 100% going to know, oh, I definitely punished that move. So that's a nice little change right there. Added dynamic shadow, nothing important. Adjust the hit region of bomb type environments. That's the one I was talking about. I don't know how much is going to change, to be honest, because the bomb ones are just continuously regenerating, and for the gadget characters it's insanely strong. And I think that's it. Yeah, so that's about it. The big changes, in my opinion, were some bug fixes to some characters, and the fact that they made a bunch of positive changes to the legendary multiverse worlds, and they added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 new multiverse worlds for the legendary gear. So I'm happy about that. So that's going to be the end of today's video. Full patch notes will be linked in the description. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. What's going on? It's Super here, and thank you for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you guys subscribed if you are not already. Also, check out any of these videos linked at the top. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.